Why is lucid dreaming so hard? So if you're here, that means you're finding lucid dreaming difficult. It's hard. It's not as easy as everyone said. So today, I'm going to share with you the secret they don't want you to know. And by they, I mean the lucid Illuminati, the secret cabal behind all of this. Big Lucid. Nah, I mean the world out there, this real world that we live in. But seriously, why is your experience of learning how to lucid dream different from everything you see online, different from the books you read, different from what the big teachers tell you? So by the end of this video, you're going to know why you're not rubbish at lucid dreaming, how lucid dreaming can be easier for you, and why the world of lucid dreaming is misleading you. So let's start with the obvious question. Why is lucid dreaming so difficult? And to answer that question, we need to ask another one. So, why is lucid dreaming so difficult? Compared to what? So, if you're new to lucid dreaming, you don't know what you don't know. You're not the expert. It's the same with absolutely any subject. So you rely on what other people tell you it should be like in order to draw your assumptions and your conclusions about what to expect. So your comparison is what you're told it should be like. So why is lucid dreaming so difficult? Compared to what? Well, compared to what people teaching lucid dreaming tell you it should be like. Compared to what? Right, so let's do a little detour quickly, something to frame all of this so it makes sense. Tell me this, if you spend time on TikTok or Instagram, are the people there representative of real people? Or what I mean to say is, are most people you know and yourself like the kinds of people who are TikTok famous? And the answer is probably no, because most people doing well who are well known on TikTok and Instagram, they're the kinds of people who are ridiculously attractive, they're super slim and fit, they're wealthy, they're beautiful, but they can also sing and they're funny. They're not a realistic representation of the average person. So yes, they're real people, but they're outliers, they're the oddity. That's why they're so well known, that's why people want to look at them. But that doesn't mean they represent the average experience of a human being. And lucid dreaming's exactly the same. So if nobody was ever exaggerating and everyone was being completely honest, the people who would be the most famous in any field are always going to be the ones who are better than the average person, so you can't compare yourself to them. Buy my thingy. But of course, there's more to the world than just the outliers. There's also the people who have products to sell to you, and I should know, because I'm a lucid dreaming teacher and I sell lucid dreaming courses and books and all that malarkey. But I like to think that I do it in a different way. So if you want to sell someone a course on lucid dreaming, or you want to make a video about lucid dreaming that does well, which is going to do better? A video or course that promises that you will have easy lucid dreams, or a video or course that says, well, it's quite difficult, there are no guarantees, but this is how you really do it, but it's going to be hard work. And I don't need to spell that out to you because it's really obvious just by looking at the world. If you look here on YouTube at the trending most popular lucid dreaming videos, they're all promising easy lucid dreams one way or the other. And that kind of implies that lucid dreaming should be easy, but there's a paradox built into that. The paradox of demand. Okay, so which of these two things do you want more? A lump of gold or a lump of stainless steel? So unless you're thinking about starting a spoon factory, then of course you're going to answer gold. But why do you answer gold? Well, because gold is rare, you don't have very much gold, so therefore it's valuable. So it's pretty obvious when you think about it, but people want things that they don't have, things that are rare and hard to come by, and things that they consider make them a more valuable person. And you see this everywhere. People offering easy ways to make money, easy ways to lose weight, easy ways to be more attractive, easy ways to have more success. But if those things were easy to have, they would be common, therefore they wouldn't be valuable, therefore there wouldn't be people selling easy ways to have them. And if you think about it, the paradox of scarcity is baked right in. It's a contradiction in terms. All of the things that are most commonly marketed to people are things that are scarce, things that aren't the average. The average person isn't a billionaire, so the average person wants an easy way to become one. But there can't be an easy way to become one, otherwise it wouldn't be scarce. But they said it on Reddit. But someone might say as they jump into the comments and furiously type, I've spent time on Discord or Reddit and there are loads of people saying they have easy nightly lucid dreams and they have the perfect technique. What's that all about, you wonky-eyed freak who always has his head to one side? And I'd say, thank you very much, you charming commenter, for pointing out a medical condition of mine, but you're missing everything I've just said. If something is difficult, scarce, and considered valuable, if it gives someone social status, then even if people don't have that social status, they're going to try to appear as if they do, because it will raise, in the eyes of others, their status. And the real world proves this again and again. If you go on holiday, there are always those street-side sellers who sell fake designer handbags because many people are willing to buy them to give the impression that they have wealth. For a lot of people, status is important and they don't mind if they fake it a little bit. So, what does all of this mean for your experience of lucid dreaming? The truth about lucid dreaming. And a quick break just to say thank you to my channel benefactors, the highest level of membership on the channel. Thank you to Rock Geezer, Dreamer Dave, Murat Yilmaz 8198, and Dreamleak 7. And if you want to be mentioned in the next video, hit the join button and choose channel benefactor. Right, so here's the truth about lucid dreaming, coming from someone who has been a lucid dreamer their entire life, has dedicated their career to this subject, and is a best-selling author in the field of lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is not easy. There are no simple ways to have lucid dreams. It is something which is hard to do. If you're struggling with lucid dreaming, if you're finding it harder than you thought, congratulations, you're a normal person having a normal experience when it comes to learning how to lucid dream. In fact, just so that everyone can reassure each other, if you feel that way, let other people know in the comments. Does that mean it's impossible and you'll never have lucid dreams? No, of course not. In the same way that if you were someone who went out looking for gemstones, it would be difficult, but eventually you would develop skills and knowledge that would make it much easier to find them. The reason that books, videos, and courses promising easy lucid dreams are popular is because they're difficult to have. Those things wouldn't exist if it were easy to do. Which also means that you can ignore them and not waste your time with them because they're a paradox. But if you're someone with the curiosity and intelligence to want to learn how to lucid dream, then you're exploring the very mysteries of the human mind. And of course, that was never going to be easy, because what of real value ever is? So stop worrying, stop thinking you're doing badly, because you're not. You're amazing because you're even trying. And if you've enjoyed this video, try watching one of the videos on the screen right now. I'll see you there.